Okay, today I am baking 3 loaves of sourdough bread. They all are the identical recipe. I have had them cold fermenting in the fridge for 24 hours. I've never done them with a cloth in the Banneton before, but I thought I would try it this time. Looks like this one overproofed a little bit. It's kind of coming up over the edges, but it wasn't overproofed when I put it in the fridge. I'm putting a little rice flour on the bottom, and I'm going to just do a simple score on this. I've got my parchment circles. We'll see how this comes out. I've not ever done it with a cloth in the Banneton before. Oh, that's nice. That was easy. Okay. I did put rice flour in the Banneton before I put it in. Yeah, this loaf looks like it's a little overproofed. This loaf, I used the same recipe as the other loaves, but I stirred it up by hand instead of in the mixer. The other two, I made a double batch in the mixer. I'm going to do very, very light sprinkle of rice flour on it. I want to see if I can get some bubbles on the surface. Kind of like that look. This is going to be a real simple wheat stock. We'll just go like this. I don't know if you can see. We'll start here. It's just going to be one wheat stock, just keeping things simple. And then I'm going to do the ear. Now this loaf is very soft. And it's all white flour except for the sourdough starter, which is something I haven't done for probably a couple of years. I don't do all white flour generally, but I thought I would try it. I had tasted some really good sourdough bread at a Relief Society meeting the other night, and it was all white flour, and it just reminded me how good that is. Maybe I'll do another quick wheat stock on the other side, just for kicks, because there's lots of room on top here. Dipping my razor blade in water to try to help it glide a little better. There we go. Okay. Looks like these are splitting open a little more than the other ones. It's going to be uneven. Well, anyway, I've got my oven set at 450 degrees. I am going to bake this in a turkey roasting bag. I tried this last week with another loaf and it turned out really well. This loaf has really been overproofed, I can tell. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of lift in this, but yeah, we'll see. I need a cake lifter. Get this in the get it in the bag. Yeah, this is a little trickier. I don't know if you can see it, but a pizza peel would probably work better, but I just didn't want to stop and go get one right now. I have one or two. I have two. Trying to get it into this bag is a little tricky when it's overproofed. Go from the inside. take it off of this thing. Okay, now I'll pull it from the inside. That looks a lot better. Okay, now I'm going to turn it sideways. You probably can't see this. I'm not under the camera. Okay, I'm going to poof up a bunch of air in it if I can. And tie the ends together. Needs more air in there. I don't know how to capture that. Okay. I don't know, this, I shouldn't probably be recording this because I don't know what I'm doing here, but giving it a shot. We'll see how it turns out. Sometimes sourdough can be really forgiving. The last time I did one in bag, the bag touched the sides of the oven and I got a hole in it. So this time I'm going to try to put it in a pan, maybe contain those corners a little better. So we'll see. My oven's heated up to 450. There's the bread. Yeah, this is going to be a flat loaf. Oh well, I'll let you know. Okay, just took the loaf out of the oven. As you can see, I told you it wouldn't get very high, and it did not get very high. But it's still a pretty loaf of bread. I think it will taste fine. I did get a little bit of the bubbles on the crust that I was looking for. I forgot, I was going to spray it with a little bit of water before I put it in the oven, and I forgot to do that. I think that would have given it more bubbles. And it didn't open up as much as I had hoped. I maybe should have scored it a little more deeply, but it was in the oven for 20 minutes with inside the bag, and then after 20 minutes I removed the bag and put it back in for another 20 minutes. It came out at 209 degrees, which is actually a little more than I usually like to go. I did try to score it a little extra when I took it out to take the bag off, but it did not expand anymore after 20 minutes. It was done expanding. Not my best looking loaf, but not bad either. Definitely will be edible. Gonna move on to the next loaf, and I'll let you know how the crumb turns out too.